Oh man, what's up, guys? It's the IMO Podcast. This time, Raw edition.
Raw edition.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what those other shows. Tame. This show, Raw.
Nigga.
Okay. expect at least four times the extra nigga.
I am more than the average nigga.
I'm over here looking.
What it means to go even further beyond your average nigga.
Look at me. I am the nigga now. I'm over here. I'm looking at the thumbnail for the video, and it's just black. There's nothing. That's how you can tell it's a raw ass show right here.
You ain't gonna know what's gonna happen.
This shit's still bleeding, son.
Okay.
That was a steak reference for Andre.
Yeah. I take my shit raw, bloody.
Don't even kill it, son.
Put that shit on the pan for 3 seconds. Put that shit on my plate right now. In fact, don't even turn on the burner. Don't even turn on
the burner. Okay.
I like to taste the beef.
Twilight Gang for life.
Okay.
I don't think you'd actually laugh.
Guys, welcome to the IMO Podcast, the only podcast that gives it to you raw every night. I did not mean to do that.
At the hour, on the hour, giving it to you raw.
Sometimes I just say things and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. Wait, that doesn't work. You can't just say that.
That Rona really got you wilding, so you ain't been outside at all. Nothing.
Not at all, son.
Jesus.
Big Rona got everybody going in raw.
Big Rona.
Can you imagine how many I'm convinced that like the new generation of children are going to be called Rona babies. Can you imagine just how many this is going to be like something next to the baby boomers? I swear to God, the next 4 years they're going to make a census go like, yeah, and the American population boom between the times of March 10th and April 30th. We call it the Rona generation.
You really think you'd be living in the movies? I don't even understand what the correlation is here between babies and Corona in this generation being born. But
sex.
Sure, I guess. I mean, there's
gonna be a lot more sex. Honestly, if you really think about it, what else is there to do? Niggas not working. Can't go to the gym.
No, okay. First off, you're jumping subjects. You can't just do that.
How did you
went from this generation is going to be called the Rona babies to Rona taking over, big dog. I
don't see how that was a big jump.
Okay, not a big jump, but it was a jump. Or like this. You didn't jump subject. You jumped over my question and didn't answer it, but it's fine.
You're ducking.
All right. So how would you want me to explain it?
I mean, any other way that kind of actually makes sense would be my preferred option.
Damn.
But I mean, that's up to you. I'm leaving that up to your discretion.
These babies that's gonna be born between the next 9 months. They're gonna be called the Rona babies.
Generations are usually by a number of years, not just a specific.
We're gonna make an exception. Year. We're gonna make an exception.
Whose council are you on, and why do they hire you? Can we talk about that?
The Jedi Council. Remember those guys? Nah, they dead. Fucking idiots. Anyway, my name is.
So you're unemployed. You're unemployed.
Get them.
I mean, yeah, but I've been unemployed for the last. Damn, how long has it been? 60 years? Them niggas dead.
You want to talk about it? I heard City is violent, so.
Yeah. See, the Jedi Council, right? They were so fucking stupid. They didn't realize that the only Sith in the world, the galaxy, was right underneath of their noses.
Well, they did realize it from the
at the very end.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Wait, what's the very end mean?
They died as soon as they figured it out.
Because I'm pretty sure at least two of them knew and were in the room talking about it.
They did, and then 2 weeks later they died. That's
I mean, is that the very end though?
That's kind of the very end.
I don't want to be nitpicky, but I feel like they still could have done something about it at the point.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I know. I agree. That was stupid. I agree, but I think that they knew for some time. I'll say that they knew from some.
Yeah, but. I don't know. When you deal with a nigga for 50 years. I mean, I'm assuming that because he's old as shit. I'm just gonna guesstimate 50 years. And then the last month, y'all go, What if Palpatine's evil?
Maybe.
I don't even think it was theory at this point. I'm pretty sure this was just like hard facts. And they even knew that like Palpatine was trying to like get Anakin on their side. They just didn't do anything about it. Like, they're so strict about like emotions and sex and shit. They didn't think like maybe we should just kill the politician.
I love how Maurice like jumped to that part, but they were just so strict on emotion and sex because he's totally against the Jedi.
How do you think you'd be against like reproduction? I don't understand.
Because
it is vital to like every single species. That's crazy. Like not even like some like shit where like some Amazon like mythological Amazons, right? Just like have like sex slaves and shit to like, you know, birth them children. They kill the men and like have one. Nothing like that. No, just like fuck all sex. We're done with that shit. That shit, wow. Like, why would you want the nigga who has like force powers to birth another kid with force powers? So you can have like a chain or a line of Jedi Knights.
Okay, well, stop. Now you talking about you did
powers.
Stop. Stop it.
They're trying to avoid another Uchiha crisis, son.
Clearly.
This man got into full-blown eugenics right here. Holy shit. This nigga said, well, what if I have a powerful Jedi? What if I need him to breed with other powerful Jedi?
It just like takes you back to like that fucking that like this isn't the best example, just the only one I can think of. The fucking Disney movie Sky High, where the nigga had the flight and the super strength. Like, why would I not want more of this? Like, I did, bro.
You're not helping your kid.
Okay, first off, Sky High was godlike. Okay.
Oh, that was a good movie, but I'm not about to ignore the eugenics. This nigga went from, man, I can't have sex. Man, why wouldn't you have, I'm powerful. Why wouldn't you want me to breed with another powerful? Holy
it just makes sense.
I mean, if
I was an up-and-coming Jedi, I wouldn't smash him as Ahsoka cheeks, you know?
I mean, I agree with you, but
make a little...
not another Ahsoka part. What's she like 16, bro? What are you doing?
If I was an up-and-coming Jedi, I said, I would want to smash some Ahsoka cheeks, like same.
Why do I need to be an up-and-coming Jedi?
So the ages match up, so I don't get called a pedophile.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, you
I gotta be
up here. Think about it.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the talk about eugenics. Please subscribe.
Oh yeah, we have a show. I forgot. Hey,
please. As you can see, we didn't put that title raw for nothing.
I feel like we're just asking the real questions, the raw questions.
I think it's more of the right questions.
Exactly.
It is a right question. Like, why can't I have? It's like, yeah, that leads to attachment. So, like, what the fuck? Your point? That'll probably make me stronger. What's wrong with y'all?
It actually did kind of come out of nowhere.
It makes sense, though.
It does make sense. It really does.
Dark side for life.
Every day. Turn my shit red, nigga. I don't care.
Well, they had me saying I can shoot lightning from my fingers.
Right.
I had to take like a long, like after getting into Star Wars, I had to take a long, hard look at myself and going like, Rise of the Jedi. I don't agree with nothing these niggas be saying. Like nothing.
It's almost like you have to like agreeing with Jedi is almost synonymous with like, you know, Hitler didn't do anything wrong. That's the same line of thinking. It's
pretty much the same thing. Yeah, we're a bunch of sterile monks and we take your children at like age of 2 if we think they're powerful. You'll never see them again. Actually, in fact, they're not permitted to see you again. I don't even think the Anbu was that.
You remember fucking what was his name? Donzo. That nigga was abducting children, son.
Was he?
Basically,
yes, he was.
They were like super, like Itachi. Remember, Itachi was only like 13, 15 when he joined the Black Ops.
Son, Itachi and Shisui was whooping Anbu asses before they were even like tuning.
Yeah. Yep. And not to mention, don't forget, he also put that little that seal on their tongue, so if they ever like spoke his name or said anything about him, they instantly die.
All right, now that part was a bit OC. That's
the OC part. Child soldiers ain't OC, but this
nah,
man, that part was OC.
Now we understand.
Don's not the first nigga to recruit child soldiers. Let's be real.
I mean, but it's still wild, though. I mean, I'm not saying.
Are you saying
it is in no way the cultural norm to recruit child soldiers?
If you think about it, the regular ninjas, they kind of started training ninjas at like the age of 7. So they're kind of not too much better.
They also wow. Like I don't. What
Also, it was voluntary. Like these niggas are like, yeah, I want to be the best ninja ever. Donzo's just like, yeah, you gonna be a ninja, nigga.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
That's true. That's true. Really nitpicky. I believe at the end, towards the end of Naruto, and I really hate this. They made it so that like, hey, that chakra shit, yeah, only a couple people have that. You got to be born with it. I'm like, no, that's not right. This is supposed to be, hey, everybody can technically use chakra. We're just trained to use it. Then they made up this bullshit.
About that,
like,
when did they say that you couldn't?
the very end where they introduced what's that bitch's name? Fuck, y'all know the one I'm talking about.
The one that ruined the series?
Damn.
I mean, there's only one other bitch I could be talking about. If it's not Sakura, then there's gotta be Kaguya.
Oh,
there you go.
they just I don't remember that, but I'll believe you in hearing that
Wait,
they like
you said
full on
Kaguya?
retconned it.
Yeah, they're very, and when they were explaining like the birth of chakra and shit, they kind of they hinted at like, yeah, only a couple families and clans can actually do this. So if you're not a part of a ninja clan, that means fuck it, you just can't use chakra, you can't use ninja and shit like that.
That's not true.
Did you
because
just-
Sakura did it.
Hold on, you're insinuating that they just retconned the entire beginning of Naruto at that point? 'Cause he's
Yes, I am.
Wow.
I am. I mean, I'll find it. I mean, I'll do the research tonight. I'll find the actual chapter. But
Definitely link me in that.
Please, because I'm like, they literally go through a whole explanation in the very beginning of like how chakra is just jutsu is how you like manipulate the chakra that's inside of you. So
Exactly.
I don't know, like I guess they just said, oh yeah, fuck it. Apparently chakra is a Kekkei Genkai.
But would
The
this
fuck?
would this really be the first time that they retcon something that on that scale though?
Well, I mean, not
Yes.
for
Would
the
not be our
power,
first time.
not for the power system though. I mean, they've retconned some other things. I can't.
They retcon some really big things.
Yeah, but but the power scaling's always been like consistent and solid. It's just been like
The power system makes sense. The power scaling doesn't make any sense to me.
Nah.
But that's just.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. The power system's always been like fair and accurate, and well, not fair and accurate, consistent. It's been consistent across the board.
I can agree with that. But then I would have to play devil's advocate and go like, well, Kakashi was doing like 20 Chidoris in like a day and some shit. But hey.
That was after he trained though.
Okay.
I mean, it was like
Okay.
he did like 20. Like he only had that limit in like.
He did a
in
bunch of
part
sit-ups
one.
and drank plenty of juice. Yes.
Nigga, it was
You're
3
right.
years of it. It was like 2.5 years of him like training after that Itachi fight,
That's-
where he got washed.
That's kind of a big ass jump if you ask me. But I mean,
Is it?
I know maybe because I'm putting a
If
little bit
niggas
too much
can-
realism into.
I'm about to say if niggas can get as strong as Madara can.
Okay,
Then-
no one's getting as strong as that. Let's just point that out.
I mean,
right
but close within the same realm, right? Because even
okay.
I think it's because I always
can't
kinda-
match that nigga. What do you want? Like, son, 5
I think
Kages
it's-
cannot match you.
I think it's because I always kind of I try my best to like to connect, and as dumb as this may sound, and y'all gonna roast me. I try my best to connect it to like real life. Like, all right, how much progress can you possibly make? How much progress can you realistically make in a 2-year time
how
frame?
much what?
Like progress.
Progress. Oh, progress. Okay.
In
Yeah,
a
how much progress can you really make
year?
in a? Well, I'll give it 3 years because I think Naruto only spans like 3 years. If you start by like the first chapter to the last chapter, I think it's only like 3 years. So that means Naruto went from, I don't know, bullshit to an absolute god in 3 years, and I'm just like that doesn't make any sense to me. But
Two things. He already had like kind of a knack, or like he seemed a little bit stronger than what people were letting on,
I agree.
or like saying about him.
He didn't start from zero. I'll give you that. He didn't start from zero. I'll give you that.
No, he didn't start from zero, but he was a little better than people were saying. Like a little bit more clever. He always like could get the one up on something. He always most of his fights he got the one up on somebody. Two, you applying this shit to real life is setting yourself up for failure. So you probably shouldn't do that shit because these niggas are wild.
It's just I can't really accept
Because so like back to my statement earlier, like because like Madara is, I'm not saying anyone right now could just like hop up to Madara's level and be there after like years of training, but just the fact that his type of power is possible within that world, or at least getting close to it is possible within that type of world.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely like changes like how you apply like our level of progress or Kakashi's level of progress to like another person's or another universe's, right? Clearly they're on some other shit.
I want somebody to make a time accurate. I want somebody
Shoujo?
to, I can't really.
What do you
I
mean by
can't-
time accurate? Like,
by like okay, it's like all right. So you know how like we've been watching One Piece for like 20 years.
sure.
Literally.
Let's well, he ain't got to age him up that far, but let's try and keep up with like the time that goes by. So like after every arc, make like a couple months or some shit go by, because that's what it's like for us. So maybe then I can feel like, okay, all right, so you did this immense journey, and now you're here, because that's kind of like my problem with like long running shonen right now. That wasn't really a problem when I was a kid. It's like y'all make this tremendous amount of progress, and yeah, we've been reading and we'll watch for like 10 to 15 years, but to them it's been like a couple months, and it's kind of like off-putting sometimes.
Technically, Rick and Morty does that.
Dude,
Kinda, yeah. Like, there's always hints within Rick and Morty. They don't like outright state this, but there's always hints within Rick and Morty that kind of like lets you know that time is progressing, even though you're not watching. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's
the closest I've ever seen was Fullmetal Alchemist.
Depending on the format, right? It's going to be really hard to do that just because of how like it's created.
I can agree with that, but I want somebody to try.
Nah,
I don't think it's impossible though.
it might be just because like manga's made weekly, and usually their resolutions in conflicts aren't within one chapter of manga. Like, you're not going to have like a big problem, and then solve it in the same time.
I'm sorry, my throat is killing me. Hold up.
You say with chest.
So what I'm suggesting is like every other arc, maybe like, all right, two, maybe 3 arcs at the max. Let's age up the characters, not by like something drastic, by like 2 years, but you know, at least admit that, you know, like, all right, 6 or 7 months have passed since this and that. I don't think that's like completely outside the realm of possibility. Like, we're still within like they're still dealing with the same structures and shit. But maybe, you know, after, all right, what's a good example? After the after tuning exams would be prevalent. I mean, good. But you know, I'm gonna say fuck it. Yeah, after the tuning exams, all right, the tuning exams happened, and then we aced them up by, I don't know, 7 months or some shit like that. Just so we can get a sense of like, all right, these characters are growing with us, and then their skills and their abilities going up also makes a little bit more sense in context to us. Because it's a little bit off-putting when I read manga and anime. That's just me though.
I don't know about that. That sounds kind of weird, especially because like that would be boring as shit. Watching a nigga train for like 3 fucking chapters, even though technically Hunter x Hunter did that.
Look at you. Look at you.
But Hunter x Hunter was godlike, so.
Oh, okay. So it has to be godlike for it to do it.
I mean, yeah. So I don't get fucking bored while they're doing the training sequence.
All right, then somebody. Well, maybe not. No, okay. So not a training sequence per se. Let's say like, okay, boom, the tuning. Damn, I can't remember how the tuning exams.
Didn't even finish. It got interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, whatever's the technical last
the tournament arc. Is that what you mean?
Whatever the last chapter of the tuning exam was. Just say that, all right, and then and then the start of, okay, yeah, and then the next 2 chapters, they don't show it. They just say, all right, some time has passed. Maybe 4 months have passed since the tuning exams, and this is where we're at. We don't have to say like, okay, this is what they've been doing or none of that. No, just say, hey, 4 months have passed. Now let's catch up with our heroes and our characters or some shit like that.
That kind of does already happen. I don't know. It seems like you're trying to ask for like a super.
Then why is Naruto only? Then why is the span of Naruto only happen within 3 years, and it's been 15 years for us?
Why is Naruto your only frame of reference here?
because I'm saying Naruto to make it simple because every other anime kind of does the same thing. Bleach does. Well, I'm not gonna count Bleach. Bleach sucks.
No, I mean there are time skips within Bleach that last a couple of weeks. Hell, even a recent anime I throw at you is Doctor Stone. It finished last year, so it's not that recent. But
Doctor Stone is finished.
Doctor Stone. Well, it finished season 1 last year.
Oh, I was about to say what the fuck.
Yeah, Doctor Stone had several points in time in the anime where they just skipped ahead a couple of weeks, or skipped ahead a week.
Okay, there we go. Cool.
Yeah, it happens across anime all over the world. Like, so me bringing up like why I was just making sure you weren't just limiting it to Naruto because it just it spans across other anime. It's just not. It's more sparing than what it sounds like you want, but it does technically happen.
I can see that. Like I said, the closest I ever saw was like Full Metal Alchemist. If you look at Ed in the beginning of the series and then look at Ed in the end of the series, you can go like, okay, yeah, he's obviously been through this, he's been through that, he's grown, he has a scar, the scar stays and then it goes away. You can see the actual progression of physically of the.
Just watch JoJo. Just rip off the Band-Aid.
I thought that JoJo spans like generations though.
It does, but like the parts are still told within like days or weeks or something like that.
That's the okay. No, that's
specifically. Well,
that's no.
But part three specifically like lasts like over the course of like a month.
Oh, okay.
And it actually takes you through the progress of that month. In part 1, there's a training sequence with Jonathan rather, and Jonathan's training is like a week or two, and because he has to learn a new skill to take on his antagonist.
That works for me.
Yeah, so just watch JoJo. That's all I'm saying.
All right, that works.
Yeah.
But do you see my original problem though, right?
No, I see your problem. I just don't know if it's actually a problem because, like, admittedly, I don't watch much more anime than you do, but I can tell. But like from the few I've seen or been recommended, they do have some type of time skip that seems to coincide with like the weeks of progression it takes us to watch an episode. Like, or the week of progression it takes us to watch an episode. But I just don't know. But it's not like blow for blow. Okay, this happens on this day, and then we're gonna skip ahead a week. That happens on this day. It's gonna skip ahead a week. Like. It doesn't happen like that, and I can see.
Oh no, I wasn't talking. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, so let me rephrase. No, not really rephrase, but I'm not talking about like a 1-to-1. That would be weird. Okay, I see what you're talking about. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. If it's like a 1-to-1, like hey, every single week and every single chapter a week is coming. Nah, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about just a little bit more. I just want to see a little bit more time like progressed than just like hey, it's been 15 fucking years for you, but it's only been like what 8 weeks. If that.
I love how you directly reference Bleach, and I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that fucking that time comparison that they did. That shit was so fucking whack.
Time comparison?
That time comparison. It's like that time skip they did for Ichigo, but no one else. It just completely ruined Aizen's character. But
oh, you talking about where he comes back to fight Aizen at the end?
Yeah, they did the same thing with Byakuya, if I'm not mistaken.
Did they? I think they did.
Yeah,
you know what? I think they did it with a couple of the captains actually. They did it with the ice nigga.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
well, it's just heavily borrowed from Dragon Ball Z, but not secret, but not tell anyone.
I'm gonna say this one more time for the show, just for the record. Kubo, he can draw, but he cannot write. That's my one for the record. Okay, hey guys, welcome to the IMO Podcast. My name is Andre.
That was the opening shit.
And hope you guys are enjoying the brother. If you like it, we listen to it, like, comment, subscribe. We do this rigmarole every Wednesday most of the time. I can't say how everybody's doing because I know how everybody's doing. So
chilling.
How's it going on the West Coast, Jared?
It was hailing yesterday. Now it feels like it's spring, but it's cold. It's weird.
What the fuck is wrong with the West Coast?
I don't know. Son.
Are you serious?
I wish I was joking, son. I'm walking home from work off the bus. Started hailing. I was like, bro, are you kidding me? And I'm looking out my window right now, and it looks like spring.
Yeah, I got a lot more to worry about than the fucking Rona. Son.
The most. Like, I'm waiting for this earthquake y'all waiting for too. That shit's gonna be raw. Like this show.
Please don't.
Bro.
I don't need more in my life right now. I
Uh,
just want to go back to work. Is that
Oh,
really
I mean-
bad? It's really that bad. Like yeah. So the job I got shut down, and I gotta wait till they open back up. So I'm
damn, I'm sorry, man.
kind of quarantined.
Yeah. Yikes. So what
All
do you
right.
do?
Gaming.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my god.
it's really sad when like you research or like they describe quarantining as basically how I live my life. It's like staying inside and playing games all day. Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
quarantine. Damn.
What do you usually do? Well, sometimes I go outside to the grocery store.
Right. I sometimes get food when I need it. Oh shit, that's a necessity.
You know,
Oh wow.
Sometimes, not every time though.
Yeah. Sometimes, most of the time, I get people to do that for me. It's
For me.
called order out.
Okay, so
Did
Hey,
you
we
guys
gotta
see
do
the Did you guys see the Will video by Jordan Lucas?
Yeah.
yes.
What do you guys think about that? I know how Andre feels about Will Smith, but I'm not sure. I actually want to hear what his thoughts were on the homage paid to him.
The home.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have,
So-
and I don't really have one negative thing to say about it actually.
Quick question. quick
Well,
question.
but yeah,
Did y'all see?
What?
You know the song from the Baby Bop? You know that song?
I needed some shit with some bop in it.
Yo, when I heard that song, like when I heard Will start, I'm like, yo, wait, where have I heard this shit before? Like, it sounds so similar. I know I'm wild for that, but it's just like, bro, like, am I okay? I thought I was about to hear the same song. Like, I thought he was gonna do the you know how he does remixes to other songs. I thought he was about to do that. I was like,
Yeah.
what does Will Smith have to do with the Baby? I'm so confused. Please explain.
nah, it's on the album, so you know he can't be doing
Yeah.
that shit.
See,
On the album.
The album, son.
album.
He trying to get that bread.
You know, you got them shits that sound like that's like a mixtape, but they sound like an album.
Yeah.
It's the album. It's an album that sound like an album.
Shit.
I'm so sorry. No, I wanted to hear like, or do you have any positive things you wanted to bring up? Some things that like kind of struck your eye. I mean, aside from like the godlike fucking references he made, that he kept out After Earth and like one other one. I can't remember. It was trash, but like Black kept out After Earth. That shit was awful.
I'm surprised that he
Give
he
me that,
skipped
man.
Hitch.
He skipped Hitch.
Yeah, I don't remember. seeing it.
I can understand why, because I wanted him to put in 7 pounds, but I felt like maybe 7 pounds and Hitch could be kind of put in the same bucket here.
Did he do 7 pounds?
Wait, you said Hitch?
Yes.
Shit, I'm thinking about the
The romantic-
superhero movie.
No. Oh damn, did he do that?
Yes,
Yes, he did. I'm talking about the romantic comedy.
but he didn't reference it, but he did. Will Smith was in that movie.
Yeah,
Shit, yeah. What were you saying? What was your question?
Hitch. I would have liked to see Hitch.
Yeah, I feel like it was in the same bucket. Well, that kind of doesn't really change my argument, but I feel like it's kind of in the same bucket with 7 pounds. Like it's a nice story, but nothing like groundbreaking to his
That's true.
his career. You know.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing with a couple of the ones he did reference, like Concussion. Like
I to be honest, I didn't see Concussion whatsoever.
exactly, exactly.
But I
Good
will
reason.
say, like the other ones he named were pretty spot on. Like aside that, not including Aladdin, because it kind of breaks my whole argument. But fucking Shark Tale, which was like a really good, not Disney movie, which was it was a CGI based movie about underwater and shit like that. Kids.
really good is a kind of strong, but I
mean, really good for like the type of movie it was, right?
I still think really good is a strong word.
Fair enough. I thought it was super good.
It's watchable. No, it's a little bit more than watchable.
No, it's way more than watchable.
It's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
Really good. It got me
I
going.
said super good second. So, you gotta...
Okay. It got me at the end where he went into like the rig jumps on like, ooh, which one is this? Oh wait, hold up. He caught me off guard. Oh, that's actually him. Because he from the start of the video he referenced Will. Then he goes in the red suit. I'm like, I literally paused the video. I'm like, hold up, which one is this? Oh, he got to stop at one point, I guess. So
Yeah, you know. I put on the civilian clothes, as it were. No, that was cool though. I like seeing the timeline of like Will Smith. He's actually if I had a list of like favorite actors, he's probably like up there.
Yeah, Will Smith was that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are some movies I wish he didn't do. But
I mean, yo, facts. Like
Wild Wild West will be one of them. Like,
okay, I actually like the Wild Wild West. I know. I don't think it's like super good. I don't think it's like on the level that Shark Tale was. I thought Shark Tale was just like a really good crafted story, and I thought that Wild Wild West was just a really good, not really good, but just like a good action movie. Like it sucked. What's what I'm looking for? Like when they don't really take a whole lot of risk, they kind of play it close to the chest.
dang, I know what you're talking. I don't have the word for it.
Yeah. But it didn't really like. There was no like wow factor. It didn't do anything different. Didn't reinvent the wheel. But I just thought it was like just solid entertainment.
Yeah, this really does make me look at Will Smith's discography and go like, God damn. If you really, the man has been the GOAT for like 20 years. And none of his movies are kind of like the same either. That's one thing. You know, some action stars or just movie people in general can get like in this rut where they're just playing like the same thing over and over again.
What's that dude who just had a movie, Bloodshot?
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, thank you. Vin Diesel.
Yeah, he's pretty much the same nigga in every other movie.
That's Dominic Toretto, son. That is Dominic Toretto.
Family, closeness.
It's all about, no, we're family now. We're family. We're family. Can you say anything else? I am Groot. I don't know.
I am Groot. Wow.
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
He did play Groot, yeah.
Oh,
God.
Yeah. So that's
a thing.
I don't know. Yeah. This was a good tribute to Will Smith. I don't know how
especially considering like majority of our like fucking generation grew up with this nigga, so like I can only wish that people sorry, this is my last thing. I can only wish that certain people would have made tributes to people who are equally as impactful, like before they died, like shit, I can't remember his name. David Bowie. There we go. Like David Bowie, Jackson, stuff like that. Yeah.
I kind of wish that as well. Like, in fact, who else could we say that like really needs to be celebrated on that same level? It's kind of hard because it's Will Smith.
Denzel Washington, I would say.
I agree.
Yeah, a couple parts because I honestly do think he's actually a better actor because he's shown more range and had more successful movies, but also because like he was kind of like the black figure in the movies we've seen growing up. As Training Day, Book of Eli, just name a couple.
As bad as I know this is going to sound because this nigga been wild and lately, I think Kanye West deserves some type of tribute like that as well.
I can agree
too.
I mean, yeah, if you really think about it, yeah, that man had a 6-album run, which that's 10 years. So
I mean, he could have just stopped the first two for me, not on some like some hate shit, but just because like that shit carried me through like majority like a third or a sixth of my entire life.
I would agree, but then I remember that Graduation comes after the first. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up.
Is it directly? No, it doesn't. It's late registration into College Dropout. No, College Dropout into late registration.
Yeah. And then after that became Graduation, and I'm like, wait, hold on, you can't just stop that. I need Graduation. I think Graduation might be my most played Kanye album, which is pretty wild because
it's a great. No, it's a great album, but we're like what 5 years difference in age, 4 years maybe.
Damn, I keep on forgetting that.
Yeah, so I just grew up in a different time zone. Different time
Young ass nigga here.
Yeah, little buck.
Young buck over here. But yeah, I think I actually got into. I think Graduation was that got me into Kanye. Then I had to go back and actually listen to Late Registration, College Dropout, and then surprise, it wasn't too much new shit to listen to because they played this. I listened to Late Registration and College Dropout for the first time like with an adult ear. I think like 4 years ago, and then it just dawned on me that like, wait a minute, so Kanye West was literally the radio for the first 2 years when he first came up with those albums. Literally,
basically.
Right, Jesus Walks. Through the Wire. Yeah, Through the Wire. Pretty much half of Late Registration was pretty much played to death on the radio.
I don't remember that, but I didn't listen to a whole lot of radio. So
I did. Yeah, he was on there. I remember Jesus Walk in particular was like
Jesus Walk is on College Dropout. Oh wait, shit, is it?
Yeah. Was it? Oh, y'all about to make me look it up. Here we go. Here we go. Google Play. Show me the way.
Damn, I'm about to go to a whole binge of just listening to old school Kanye now.
Facts.
I mean, it's never a wrong like decision.
Jesus Walks on College Dropout. Oh my god, underrated fucking song, Spaceship. I love that song.
I don't think that's underrated. I think Spaceship is. I hear a lot of niggas talking about Spaceship. Though.
Oh my god, I feel like it's underrated because it wasn't a single. It should have been a single.
There was one that had all of the features. No, I don't think it was too many features, but there was one. Biggs brother was like Biggs brother.
Oh, never mind. That was on Late Registration.
That was on Late Registration?
Yes.
Oh, Late Registration, goated. Biggs brother was Biggs brother. Oh,
he
man.
had the fucking Talib Kweli. No, that was on Get 'Em High with Common and Talib Kweli. That was on College Dropout.
There's a video I want you to watch where they did like a March Madness of like Kanye's best song. And I would really like your opinion. I'm a link in the chat when this is done. They're more like they have more of your taste though, as far as wow. As far as like music is concerned. Workout plan. Don't ask me why I picked this shit out of workout plan.
Workout plan was godlike. Wouldn't be my favorite, but I'm not gonna turn it off if it plays.
Right. All right. So let me just peek at Late Registration and like fucking.
Late Registration just got like every song was a banger.
Holy
every
shit.
fucking song.
Wake Up, Mr. West, Gold Digger. Oh, Touch the Sky. Heard him sing. Bro.
Gold Digger with the fucking no. Drive Slow with the fucking T.I. verse on there. Just godlike song.
Fine. I did. Son, the first 6 songs on here is godlike. Crack music. Crack music, bro. With the game, bro. Yeah, I'm about to go crazy.
I'll ask again. What the hell happened?
You said what?
What happened?
He started dating white women.
You said it. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I mean, I think even white women would agree at this point.
Yo, that he dated white women, or
nah, that he the point where he went crazy is after he met Kim.
True.
I mean, but
Hey Mama was got like We Major was got like a with a Nas feature. Diamonds from Sierra Leone, the remix with Jay-Z was fucking sick.
Where's the Drunken Hot that may be in Graduation. Drunken Hot Girls.
Drunken Hot Girls. That's on Late Registration.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's on Graduation.
You gotta be right. No, you're right. Yeah, you're definitely right. Never mind. Yep, that's on Late Registration.
Yeah,
not Late Registration. Graduation.
Yeah.
Graduation was great too. I think it was kind of criminal that he didn't have a Young Jeezy do a verse on that one song. You know what song I'm talking about too.
I probably don't.
No, you do. Because it had a hook from Young Jeezy, but not his full verse, or Jeezy rather. That's what he's called.
I would have to listen to the whole album again, which I will probably do after.
Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Hold up, let me see. Let me listen to this verse real quick. Oh fuck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And then what's crazy is he does after he goes 3 album like streak. We're gonna get off of Kanye in 1 second. Get back to the games. I swear to God, I promise. But a lot of people say that 808s is his weakest album, and I don't personally hear it.
I hard disagree.
I don't. I do agree that it's not as godlike as the first 3, but you gotta understand the first 3 are just like classic albums. It doesn't mean just because 808 isn't a classic album, not a godlike.
Oh, you mean album. of the 4 studio albums, or 3 studio? Yeah, of the 4 studio albums, 808s and Heartbreaks is the weakest.
Yeah, so I always separate Kanye in between 2
the
categories.
Kanye and the old Kanye.
Yeah, so basically,
the Dome Kanye.
After Yeezus and before Yeezus. Those are two completely different Kanyes.
Yep.
Agreed.
So if you count My Beautiful Dark's Twisted Fantasy, 808's Late Registration, College Dropout, I would say that 808's is probably the weakest out of them. But you gotta understand, that's like saying that Harry Potter: The Chamber of Secrets is the weakest Harry Potter because they're all good. There is no weakest movie. I was gonna say Star Wars at first, but you got that. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother podcast.
That's another fucking rabbit hole you about to take us in.
Like holy shit. Yeah, we ain't gotta talk about that. But I was about to say I was about to go into fantasy, but no, that then we'll just be here all night. Nope. Let's move on. Call of Duty has been on there. Call of Duty has been winning lately. Yeah. I would know because I'm actually playing Call of Duty nowadays, which is something I thought I would never do, but what can I say? The game is good. So are we ready to talk about Warzone?
So good?
Well, for one, actually, nothing. It's just Call of Duty, but good again. They took away all of that extra shit that nobody really liked, and then they just refined the gunplay a little bit more, and that's pretty much it. That's all we really wanted from the Call of Duty game.
Yeah,
so, like they took away like the wall running and the
grapple hooks, the fucking jetpack.
Yeah,
the novel shit.
Yeah. We didn't really. This shit was pretty stupid. They were trying to be like
they
failed.
Yeah, because like honestly, I won't even give the excuse of like, oh, they try to do a futuristic approach because they did it with Black Ops 2, and in my opinion, Black Ops 2 was one of the best Call of Duties I've ever played, and it's like you can't like. Then we went to what Infinite or Advanced Warfare, and they say, yeah, let's add jetpacks and like air dashes and see how that works. Fucking horrible.
And then we got to Infinite Warfare where we're just fuck it, let's just go to space.
I think that one was worse than Ghosts. I honest to God think that Infinite I don't know. I
haven't played Infinite Warfare, but I've played Ghosts, and it'd be really hard to try and top that.
I'm talking in the sense of like popularity.
Oh,
I think that
that's not fair.
Why is that not fair?
Because Call of Duty Ghosts was nefarious. Like it was really known for being fucking trash.
Yeah, that is what it's known for.
Yeah, but honestly, like I'm kind of on the thing of the only gripe, which is still a fucking gripe because they're not fixing this shit, is the way that this game has kind of changed since the older Call of Duties, like the Modern Warfares, Modern Warfare 1 and 2, Black Ops 1, 2, is they completely revolutionized the way these maps work to where there's more angles, which incentivize people to camp. Yeah. So it tones down the game essentially to where it's like you can't just run and gun. There's so many more places you have to look and be aware of than just like, oh yeah, you're playing on hijacked on Black Ops 2. I know exactly where people are gonna head glitch, so there's that. But with this Call of Duty, there's like 15 different angles in like 1/4 of the map. You know what I mean? So it's just like, once you know that, then you can actually start running and gunning. So it's more punish. It's kind of ironic because it's punishing to veteran players, but it's very rewarding to the new players.
I agree.
Which one is this one?
This one, the game Modern Warfare, the new Modern Warfare.
Oh, Warzone.
Yeah, this isn't the Warzone Battle Royale is completely different. I'm talking about the multiplayer. The Warzone, that shit's godlike. The only gripes I have with Warzone is when you spawn in. Okay, so they really double down on the whole respawn mechanic. There's like the gulag where if you die and your whole squad dies, you get sent to the gulag. It's like the game mode gunfight that's in the multiplayer. You get a random gun. And you have to kill whoever's in your opponent, and then you get dropped back in. Which is cool, but the problem I have with that is, like, you drop in with no money. So you're at a point where everything's been looted, so what are you going to do?
You shouldn't have died.
You're right.
That's your punishment. I mean, I'm half memeing, but I'm like...
Well, I feel you, but it's like, then why give me the chance to revive if I'm just going to be punished for coming back?
You shouldn't have died.
Okay, son. Then at that point, But this is the thing. If you're saying that I just shouldn't have died and I'm brought back with no money, then why not just not bring me back and just start a new game? That way I will fix the mistake I did before, rather than, oh, well, I've got a second chance, but what do I have? You have no guns. Like, you have, like, what, $500? A loadout kit is, like, now it's $8,000. Like, what can you do?
It sounds like that you don't want to be punished for not dying, but it sounds like you don't want to be in the middle.
No.
Okay, you punish me fully by if I die, then, all right, let me start a new game. But don't kill me and then make me come back, but the game is a lot harder.
Basically, like, it's like you're bringing me back for what? What are you bringing back for? Because everyone's loaded up, everyone has decent guns. I have a pistol and $600. We're like in the second circle. What am I to do? Like, how am I supposed to come back from this?
Figure it out.
Okay.
That's kind of, yeah. Some people actually get a joy in shit like that. Yeah, I did die, and I know I shouldn't have died, but that's better than like not, just, hey, you lose. You know what I'm saying? That's what killed PUBG.
No, what killed PUBG was the fact it was on source. The game kept breaking. That's what fucking killed PUBG, and they never optimized that shit. That
too, but think about it. Every battle royale that came after PUBG, except for Fortnite, incorporates some type of second chance mechanic.
Right. But,
so okay. I don't understand this whole like I want to don't make me come back with no money. Well, what do you want me to do? So you
don't make me come back. Like, don't bring me back. I'd rather not to be brought back. Honestly,
I hard disagree. Because it doesn't that then what's to separate this Call of Duty PUBG besides the fact that it plays a lot better.
Thank you. It plays a lot better. The gunplay, I don't feel like I'm literally walking on ice and in sand. I can actually, like, the recoil is manageable to where I actually know where my bullets are going. Like, dude, you can put any fucking shooter, make it a battle royale, and I guarantee you that shit will be better than PUBG.
It just sounds like that you want so much. When you should be punished.
What do you mean so much? The punishment is the punishment of a shooter is to die. Like, you lose. You lost your gunfight, you lose. Now you're given a second chance, which is already like added to the fact that you're to this punishment of already dying, right? So I'm being brought back. Cool. Now I'm like, okay, so here's the thing. Let me ask you this.
So what, you want to be brought back with a loadout?
No, I would like to be brought back with something to fight with that actually can kill.
You have a pistol.
Bro, you mean to tell me? Let me ask you.
It can kill.
You mean to tell?
It's a weapon.
All right.
It's a weapon.
All right.
Is it or is it not a weapon?
It is a weapon. Okay. So
all right.
I got you. So I mean, what about your pistol? You might as well come back unarmed. That's a weapon. It can kill. Right? Right?
It's not a projectile.
So
you would have to run up on somebody.
You have to do the same thing with a pistol anyway.
So that means you're also upset with Apex.
I don't play Apex.
You used to play Apex.
Yeah, because y'all played it. That's the only reason why.
But Apex kind of has the same mechanic. You don't come back with shit in Apex.
Right. Okay. You're acting as if like I'm saying Apex did it right. I never said Apex did it right.
Yeah, but you didn't complain about Apex.
I didn't complain about Apex? Yeah, because I was having fun with you guys.
Okay. You're having fun with us in War. Wait a minute.
Dog, okay, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't like the revive mechanics. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. I'd rather just start a new game. Because it's like, okay, so I'm revived. Let me give you an example. I get revived, right? And I'm flying in, and y'all are in a gunfight. I have a pistol. How am I gonna help you?
Find another weapon as soon as possible.
Everything's looted. This is like second circle. What now?
Why did you drop in the zone where you know it's hot?
Why did I? Okay, so you're saying.
Why didn't you drop in the zone where you know that it's not? And get a weapon and then come back.
So do you know where that is?
Yes.
Where? Where's the place where I can go to where?
I mean, obviously you're not gonna know 100% for sure, but if I'm in a firefight, don't drop in on me after I revive you. Firefight. Right. Go to a place where you where you think is, all right. Generally, after 50, 80 hours of playing the game, generally this place is usually not hot.
Right.
I'm gonna drop, and then I'm gonna try and find a weapon, and then I'm gonna rejoin my team.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? The fact that, okay, so I guess it's like my own playstyle coming into conflict because I'm a very supportive player, so I try to help my team, especially when you're at a disadvantage trying to go against 2v3s 9 times out of 10. So that's the issue I have where it's like I'm trying to be brought back to help the team, but I'm kind of unable to do that. So now I have to separate from the team and try to find something, and that's a variable on its own because you don't know how long it's going to take to find something. I can be like, oh, the next building over has a scar, some ammo, and a sniper. Cool. Or I have to go to like 2 cities over, or try to find a car to get there, or try to somehow find something to now help. By that point, I'm also excluding the fact that I could be shot while trying to do that because you only have 2 plates of armor. You see where I'm going with this?
I kind of see where you're going with it.
Like this,
but at the same time, it's still like all right, you just play a little bit more passive. All right, until you're able to get up and running again. Right. Obviously, if I see niggas, I'm not gonna go to niggas. What if I just have a pistol?
That's understandable.
That's stupid.
Right.
But the answer to like, hey, drop me in with a submachine gun and with like a stack of money so I can get back in the game automatically after being revived. I don't think that'll be a good rock paper scissors.
Right. Personally, I wouldn't want a submachine. I just want the money to buy a loadout drop because with the loadout drop,
that's even worse.
How is it? How's that?
Because instead of getting some random machine gun, you get the exact money you want.
Right.
I mean, the exact weapon you want, which puts you at a really good advantage. All because you won your gulag fight.
So here's the thing: the fact that you get the money to buy a loadout drop doesn't ensure that you're going to get that loadout drop. You have the money to buy it. You still have to go to the store. You have to buy it. You have to wait for it to drop. People are gonna know that because they hear this shit. And then on top of that, you only get 1 clip of ammo. So you don't like when you get your loadout, you have the ammo that you have, or you carry over the ammo that you already have, which is 0. So essentially, you have 1 magazine of a gun, so you can actually try to win a fight. I'm trying to figure. I don't see that being broken because there's so many things you have to do in order for it to work.
I still think that's giving too much. They already give you a certain amount of cash. You can't buy. Right. But you get out of jail, you revive. They're nice enough. They even give you some armor plate so even if you do somehow get in the fight, you won't just insta die. Right. You have a weapon, not the weapon, but a weapon. It's bottom tier.
Right.
But you can spawn in a place where it's like, all right, I'm gonna revive him here. Or I'm gonna just run out a little bit. I'm gonna revive
that. You don't spawn, you drop in. So they'll know where you are. Just saying. Also forgot about that part.
I could see them like giving you a slightly better gun, like maybe a different model, like an automatic rifle, but not like the strongest thing possible. Just something like to get you by. I don't think that the loadout thing seems a little bit busted because like I can see people abusing that a lot. But I think it might be like equally abusable. But I think plates in an AR would probably be like the fairest you could get no matter what point of the game, because I'm also thinking about like, okay, well, what if it's you guys like at the end and you die off some offhanded shit and you have to find a way to spawn back in.
At the end the gulag shuts down. At a certain point you can't spawn back
in. It does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which just mediates like which goes into what Jared said.
Okay. I think an AR probably better than to spawn
a low tier
to spawn
AR.
There with. Like, low tier AR. Not
give me anything an FAL because it's semi-auto.
Yeah, something to make you like viable, not fucking competitive.
Yeah, but I'll be up. But that's not fair to me because all right, what if I have because you drop in all right, and in the sense it's Call of Duty, I didn't see you, and then you just came back from the gulag and like okay, well I just came back with my shitty ass weapon, but it's enough to kill you, and boom, I just die because you got lucky. Either you got lucky in the gulag. Or somebody's had enough cash, your teammate had enough cash to get you back, and then I just automatically die. After I won my part. Right. I won my fights. I didn't die. But you just come in and you're already packing heat? Nah, man. I had to work for my heat.
I mean, to be fair, that kind of goes along the lines of you don't like being killed by quote-unquote randomness, but that's what Battle Royales is because how many times have you been third-partied?
True. But at the same time,
Oh, good. Not me. But
this is going on the fact of like you don't deserve it. You
no,
know what I'm
okay,
saying?
bullshit.
And the game, and the game helps you. The game is helping you
bro,
to be this way,
bruh. Nah, because the thing is, you say that you earned it. So are you saying what is fair then? Because how many times have we third party someone rated their shit and then went on somebody else? There's no fair in a battle royale.
That's strategy.
Are you? Okay,
that is
strategy.
I got my team. The team that the people were hunting and they're fighting another team. Let's fight them now. That's strategy. If I want to come in and say, okay, this nigga just came back from the gulag because he won his fight, he should be at a disadvantage,
right?
Not an advantage.
Dog,
fuck that.
You're at an advantage. You're better equipped than him. You mean to tell me one AR with a single clip is so far of an advantage to you? Full stock, full armor. You probably have a kill streak. You mean to tell me that is too much? One AR and a clip. That's too much?
Oh, 100%.
How? Do you hear yourself?
You are talking up a lot of shit in comparison to the person.
Dog, you literally have a. Oh my god, I can't.
I don't know the full depths of the game, but I do think of AR just makes you viable, not competitive.
Like seriously, you have. And plus, also keep in mind the ARs that you find on the ground don't have scopes, so you probably have your full loadout ready. You're fully equipped. You have tacticals, you have lethals, and you mean to tell me that an AR with one magazine is enough to say, nah, broken. He's gonna win. He's at an advantage.
Not broken, but
unfair.
Yeah.
How? You're okay.
Because I'm dropping.
You just can't shoot. That means something you just can't shoot, bro. Nah.
I'm dropping back from the sky. Think about it. No, like really think about it. They don't just spawn you right where your teammate is. You drop from the sky, so that means I have a good 360 of like where everybody is. While I'm dropping, I go, all right, there are niggas right here.
Right.
I'm gonna drop right here where they can't see me. Boom, 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 boom. I shot him behind the back. Why? Because for a couple of seconds, I had a really disadvantage, a very unfair advantage. I can see pretty much everything on the map.
I mean, people have.
And you mean to tell me I'm going to drop with an? Yeah, but you work for the helicopter.
You work to come back with the gulag, though. You still have to win a fight. You mean it, dog? It's not like you die, you instantly come back. You still have to win your gulag fight, and then
if you lose the gulag fight, if your team has enough, you come back.
Right. Okay. So they still have to work for that. Okay. Hold on.
Let's be fair. That you don't really have to work. You don't get enough to revive somebody.
I do think they really need to raise the price to revive someone.
They really need to raise the price
because they raised the price for the for the loadout to like what 8,000 now. Yeah, it's like 8,000 to loadout. It used to be like fucking 6,000.
Yeah, that.
But yeah, bringing someone back. I think it should be 6,000. But no, it's my okay. So here's my thing, right? I just want it to be to where like if I come back, if you are trying to incentivize me to come back and join the fight, either A, make it to where I can either find things to be somewhat viable against people who are already stocked up, because now I'm starting over, already ahead of, like late in the game. Can you imagine? Like it's like going to League and saying, okay, so since you died, right, you'll come back. But you start over at level like what 3 and everyone's level 10. Already has like 2 items, but yet you have like your starter items or whatever. But you're supposed to be viable because you can still kill them because you do damage.
Okay, all right. Then here's what I propose, and it's really simple.
Right.
I will not meet you
don't fucking die.
Right. Don't die. Don't die.
I do not agree with you that you should spawn back with a weapon just because you won your gulag and because your teammate had enough cash to bring you back.
Right.
But maybe we can meet in the middle. Okay, cut off the gulag a little bit earlier to what they're doing right now. So after about 10 minutes, you're just well, I think 10 minutes might be good. After about 5-10 minutes, you're out. The gulag is closed. If you die here, you're just out. Because in the first couple minutes of the game, all right, if you die here, you can definitely drop somewhere with an ammo. And get a weapon, and then you can get back in.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't agree with hey, you can here's a weapon, here's a fully automatic weapon, so you can actually start shooting niggas as soon as you drop. No, I don't agree with that.
Okay, I can meet you there because my main problem was the fact that you're spawning in at such a disadvantage, especially when it comes to the middle of the game. Because it's like at that point, why even brought back? You're just another kill. You're just gonna die. You know what I mean? That was my main issue of the whole respawn mechanic, especially like in Apex, where there is no cap of being brought back. You can always, I mean, then again, there's no cap in Call of Duty too, because you can just buy people back. But I'm just like, why would you bring me back to an unfair fight? It kind of doesn't make any sense to me, you know. Like, but yeah, I can see you on that. Cutting off the gulag a little bit early. Yeah, I can meet you there.
That works for me.
Yeah.
We might even need to. If that's the case, we might need to.
We might come.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
So if that's
Honestly,
the case, then
I'd be okay with just getting rid of the fucking gulag in general. I don't
then
know.
in that case, then maybe at the end of the game, when you actually have to buy your teammate back, then I can see. All right, give him an automatic weapon. All right, the gulag is closed. If your teammate buys you back after the gulag is closed, all right, then you can have an automatic weapon.
All right.
That's as far as I can.
Okay. Now, here's my thing. How about, like, if another nerf or to like this whole respawn mechanic? What about it said like the longer it takes for the game, the longer the game goes on, the more it costs to bring somebody back. Because at like what, when it's like what 20 people left, you already have like thousands of fucking dollars, you know, because you're not really buying anything. I mean, unless you're like restocking up an armor plays. So it should be to the point where the longer the game goes, the more it costs to bring somebody back. You know what I mean? Because 4,500 at like what 10 minutes? That's nothing. Like you would realize, oh shit, I got like $10,000 on me. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, it's really easy to get cash in the game. I kind of agree with Steven because he agrees with me.
Oh, what?
He said you got to think about it in the perspective of the killer. Imagine you kill somebody with the last round of your clip. He comes back with a stacked AR. That's, I mean, yeah. Like,
okay, hold on. How long do you think it takes for you to drop in? You act like it takes like a second. Like you just once you die, bam, you're back in. No, you have to drop in. You're gonna see this.
I mean,
person
yeah,
coming,
but what's that?
you can't
15
reload?
seconds at the most. Like
what gun besides the PKP? What gun takes 15 seconds to reload? What could he use that
reload. I thought you meant I thought you said after you spawn back in from the gulag.
No, like you kill this dude with the last bullet in your clip, then you're just not gonna reload? Because at that point, you should be expecting somebody else to fight because they're coming to third party you.
I mean, a lot of niggas do use the machine guns in the PKM. Man.
So, like, but that's the thing, even better. So you shouldn't have to reload. So now you're even more prepared for the next fight, which is probably going to be a third party. Oh my God, I'd rather get hit with some random dude drop from the sky with a fucking default scar in one clip than another whole squad coming for my ass because they heard that gunfight. Just saying. But that's just me. That's just me. But no, I definitely do agree. Like the whole cutting off that gulag shorter. But it's just like if you're gonna bring me back, at least make it to where I can be somewhat viable against somebody. Like a pistol, I feel as though it's just not enough. That's what I feel.
I feel that will really.
If anything, a deagle. Give me a deagle. How about that?
I really feel that will really change the game a little bit more than what we were expecting. Because imagine late game. Everybody's just going to be going to revive the teammate.
I mean, that kind of sets the turn for strategy of waiting for respawns or waiting for people at the respawn stores, which is strategy, kind of like how you were saying, you know, third partying.
Okay.
I don't know. I personally don't think it'll change the game to a negative, like to where like things are gonna be more abusable. Because I mean, shit's already like that. Like you can essentially wait for someone at a respawn site. You know, like at like what the last circle, people are gonna be turtling anyway. Because it's like, why go to them when they can come to me? I have an advantage just by waiting. You know, like the map is so goddamn big. Why run around it? They're gonna see me. I'm gonna see them running for me.
That's true. I do agree. I do agree with that. There's a lot of turtling in this game. They need to update the circles.
Yeah, circles need to go, but like that shit is huge, and then it takes forever for it to actually work.
You can literally go like 10 to 15 minutes and the circle hasn't updated yet.
Like I'm over here panicking, like, oh yeah, the circle moved, we gotta go. I'm like, oh wait, that shit's still not moving. Okay.
Yeah, they could put a little bit more haste with the circle, because right now it doesn't really feel like there's too much tension from the circle. And then even still, like when the circle does update twice, there's still 70 fucking niggas in the game.
And you got gas masks.
Like, yeah, it's pretty that's pretty wild. That does need to.
But other than that, the game is like Warzone's legit fun. I'm actually happy that they added solos and quads now, so you can add more.
Oh, they got quads?
I'm pretty sure. I gotta double check, but I know they said they were gonna update it to where they have solos, quads, and yeah, with trios. It was with trios, duos. You just do don't fill. So it's not really using, but yeah, I think they did have quads.
Yeah, quads would be really nice. I mean, for fuck's sake, we got 150 people in the game. I don't think quads is that much. I mean, y'all can help us with that. More vehicles. Yeah, it is. Jesus Christ, it is 9:50. Oh boy. What's everybody eating for dinner?
Shit, I don't even know, to be fair.
I made burgers.
You made burgers, hey.
I had a burger.
Start your game up.
Did you make it from scratch? Or?
No, I didn't have that much time, nigga.
I'm not chefing. No, I'm sorry. I'm not chefing it up over here.
I would love to, but I don't have the setup for that quite yet.
Actually, it's been a while since I've made like an old fashioned just buy the ground beef and make cheeseburger. I haven't done that time. I should get back to it.
Facts. That would be dope. Like some chef rams and shit.
So what you do? You got the frozen beef patties, huh?
Yeah, you know, pop that joint on the skillet.
You got the I'm about to say you got the George Foreman?
No.
He said the George
Remember
Foreman.
the George Foreman?
I remember the
I do. I use that like most of my childhood. I just can't anymore.
The George Foreman was extra lit.
You know you would have spot when the only way to cook pancakes was from a George Foreman grill. You know that's when the struggle is real.
It on the skillet.
No, that is a struggle right there.
With a little bit of oil for crisp, you know? That's how you do it.
Right. It sounds then the fat and the oil used to drain from the
My man going through
nostalgia. The burgers were always so fucking dry, like
a little bit, yeah. Why you cooking your burgers well done? That's a better question.
Right, so this is the raw podcast. What the fuck wrong with you?
Gotcha.
Audrey, get your mans.
Right, this shit raw. Well done. Raw.
It's raw.
Raw.
People do it raw. That's what I tell her every night. Guys, this has been the IMO Podcast. We're going to sign off. If you like what you listen to, like, comment, subscribe. Join Jared's Patreon.
I have a Patreon? Oh shit.
Yes, you do now.
Hey, join my Patreon that I did not know I had, but I know I got it. I'm that real.
No. Join Jared's OnlyFans.
It's lonely out here, man.
I wish you would make a fucking OnlyFans. That'd be funny as fuck.
All right, peace
what
out.
You doing? Nothing. Yeah.